Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood. You are watching The Political Vigilante. You're here to make Gotham great again. One of the things we talk about on this show, ending war. The United States empire's never-ending war. Because president after president after president has passed a little law. Congress hasn't been asked for approval of a war since World War II. And Trump is so flagrant that now they're saying, hey, you can't do this now. Obama took us from 2 wars to 7. Bush just took us into 2 wars after 9/11. Clinton bombed people during his impeachment trial. Finally, the American people are going, whoa, we've had enough. So Congress moves to restrict Trump's war powers, repeal 17-year Iraq war authorization. This is good news. This was in The Intercept. Li Fang tweeted this out. That's how I saw it. It just happened yesterday. Thursday, the House of Representatives passed 2 measures aimed at restricting President Donald Trump's war powers. The first, sponsored by Rep. Ro Khanna and Representative Matt Gaetz, would prohibit the administration from spending any money to attack Iran without congressional pre-approval except in self-defense. It's good, but that except, guess what that opens it up for? False flag on American soil, everybody. Here comes a false flag. And if Bernie gets the nomination and it looks like he's going to beat Trump, it might happen before the election. Or if Bernie beats Trump in the general election, before he's sworn in, we're going to be attacked. And it's self-defense. So I won't need congressional approval. And oh, by the way, why don't we suspend the swearing in until everything settles down? It would be too crazy. Let's just, Trump's going to just stay in power for a while past the inauguration of newly elected President-elect Bernie Sanders. You see how this works? Let me tell you something. If Bernie is close to the White House, be careful of something like this happening. Well, first, a false flag with Iran. They've been trying to get those going forever. So there's going to be an Iranian attack on American soil because except in self-defense. Yeah, they attacked one of our bases overseas. Oh, we don't need to ask Congress. It's self-defense. The second, sponsored by Rep. Barbara Lee, would repeal. Barbara Lee, by the way, is the only woman to vote against the Afghanistan war. That's the woman that Bernie Sanders brought up at that, I think it was 2 debates ago, or maybe the last debate, where he said, yeah, I was wrong for voting for Afghanistan. My friend Barbara Lee was the only one who voted against the war in Afghanistan. He goes, I got that wrong. But that's who Barbara Lee is. Would repeal Congress's 17-year-old Iraq war authorization, which the Trump administration cited as a legal basis for assassinating Major General Soleimani early this month. Tulsi Gabbard voted for it, which was good. She voted to pass legislation that would prevent the U.S., this is HI-02, and as well as repeal the authorization for the use of military force, the AUMA we call it, or AUMF in Iraq. As a member of the House Armed Services Committee, she introduced an amendment to the FY19 National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, to strike a provision that would have given the administration a blank check to go to war with Iran without authorization. So they were trying to get this provision out of there. Only 60 members of Congress voted in favor of her amendment. War is good for business. Only 60 members of Congress. Boy, the Democrats we need to get control of Congress. Oh, wait, we already have control of Congress. So what that number is telling you, a bunch of Democrats did not want to strike the provision that would have given the administration a blank check to go to war with Iran. This is from her website, through her tough work in the Armed Services Committee, Congressional woman Tulsi Gabbard successfully included a provision in the FY2A NDA to prevent the president from going to war with Iran without congressional authorization. This was included in the House version of the NDA, but was stripped from the final version of the bill, which was one of the many reasons why she voted against final passage of the bill. So this is good, but be careful. See how they try to tangle it in there, and they strip this, they put this provision, then they take it out, and then they think, and then it's just the corporate media just says, "Yay, we did this," or the Democrats go, "We're stopping Trump." Kinda. Don't forget, because the Washington Post, there's a factory in Iran making U.S. and Israeli flags. They're for people to burn. Oh, evil. Destroying American and Israeli flags is a familiar ritual at a state-sponsored rallies in Iran, the Washington Post, which is owned by Jeff Bezos, and the Washington Post was paid $600 million to host CIA servers. So, Washington Post, decidedly pro-war. Did they burn flags like this? Sure. That makes Iran bad because they're burning flags? Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're surrounded by American army bases and we scare the shit out of them. And did you know that Israel was consulted? It was Israel's intel that got Soleimani killed? But the court media, this has nothing to do with money. That's why this is an ad that was on a Raytheon ad that was on the news. That's nothing to do with money. No. Oh, look at all this great lights. This technology. Oh, so exciting. Wow. All those cities. Western cities. Raytheon. Helping Western imperialism.
We see these beautiful pictures at night from the decks of these two U.S. Navy vessels. I am tempted to quote the great Leonard Cohen, "I'm guided by the beauty of our weapons."
We are one global team
creating trusted, innovative solutions
to make the world a safer place.
We want to dominate the world. That's what that just said. Gee, I don't know. If I lived in a country that was just a little country.
And they are beautiful pictures of fearsome armaments.
And there was this big, powerful country that had that much of a hard-on for war. That video was like, yeah, look at America's war. I'd be terrified, and I'd probably burn some flags too. And we equate it like them burning flags is them they're going to bomb us and attack us. Look what we do. Look at the money we spend. Look how scary. That's got to be terrifying. That's like you live in a nice little apartment, you and your family. Oh, we got a nice little life. And some neighbors move into a big house and they just got guns and rockets and they're always like, oh, you're the bad guy in the neighborhood. You'd be like, Jesus, these people are nuts. You'd be terrified. America is terrifying. So we need to limit presidential powers to go to war. We need to end all of these ridiculous wars. We need to cut our military budget in half. No war with Iran. This is horrifying. And the impeachment trial, and Liz Warren said something crazy, and then Hillary said something crazy, and is Bernie a this and a that, and here's the thing Bernie said in 1976. It's a distraction from the war machine, pushing us into more wars. They want a never-ending war machine. That's what they want. So, thanks for watching the show and getting your news here. But I can't do this without your support. I literally cannot do this show without your support. So please go to patreon.com/GrahamElwood or rockfin.com/GrahamElwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. I have a PayPal button. I have a P.O. box. And I even have a Venmo. I'll put my Venmo in the show notes below. If you go to GrahamElwood.com, you can get the PayPal, the P.O. box. Some people just like sending stuff at the P.O. box and stay anonymous, which is totally cool. And come see us on the road, Progressive Comedy Tour. We got a bunch of 2020 dates. February, we're going to Arizona, San Francisco. We're going to Florida in March. We're going to the Pacific Northwest in April. We're going all over the place. Ron Placone and I are coming to your town. So go to the GrahamElwood.com for all the tour dates. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. All of that is at GrahamElwood.com. Thanks for watching.